Hi guys, Harry Yotis here, professional trader for 20 years now. Started my career in 2005, still alive in 2026. Okay, big news of the day as far as I see it are market correlations. They are a shifting, okay? We are seeing a shift in the market dynamics based off of yesterday's Besant news. The Treasury is going to buy long bonds, and this is shifting money, shifting bets all around the space, and we'll get to it and its implications going forward. But first, let's talk about this market. This is SPY, chart of the S&P 500. Today is Thursday, August 20th, and we had a down day, down 0.84% on the SPY. We might get what I wanted. We might get that retest of the highs, okay? So, yes, the technical picture, though, is still bullish because we're at highs. But I'm expecting a retest and maybe even an undercut. Maybe we get to 750 before going higher, okay? It's really bad if we rip through and cut around here, but I don't think below these 725 level. But I don't know. I don't think that's going to happen. But so far we have a nice technical picture where we're waiting for that retest. It looks good, okay? So the sentiment today is neutral. Based on the down day, I thought it would be more. I thought it would go down more, but it's holding because everything is fearful. The breadth is coming back, but everything else is on fear, which is what you want to see. And some, look, people are buying puts right off the bat. Again, the moment you see a little bit of a down move in this market, basically down what? We are from 777 to 760. Well, basically we're down 15 points. What is that, 2%? And people are buying puts. Okay, they're scared at highs. Okay, nobody thinks this market is good. This is why it's a wall of worry, and I like it. Okay, and of course on Thursday we have the AAII investor sentiment survey, and guess what, guys? More bears for Thursday the 19th. 40% bears. The bears have always been above the 31% level this entire move up. Okay, this is not a loved bull market. Okay, and the bulls are not even at historical averages, below the averages. So again, this evidence supports us. It buttresses our argument. People are still scared at the highs. That's good to see. Okay, and we also had initial claims coming out. As usual, the macro is still good. The macro really isn't that bad. Okay, so 206,000, nothing really to cry home about. It's just, yes, the jobs are not great, which is what we expected. As long as they're okay and holding up and initial claims aren't ripping, it's holding the market up. It's a bullish narrative, okay? So let's get to the market correlation, the big news of the day. CNBC, that's what we go to see what the mainstream news is. And look, the Dow falls 600 points with stock losses increasing after Treasury's plan to tamp down yields. So this is all based on Besant. And Besant here says U.S. likely won't restart a large-scale Iran combat as it steps up economic pressure. You see, it's all linked. Okay, he knows that he's doing this because it's based on inflation expectations are elevated because of the Iran war. He wants to talk down the Iran war inflation because what he's doing by buying long yields is trying to keep down inflation like a little bit of a, mini yield curve control. He knows what's up. Okay, so this is what has market correlations shifting. Okay, you have SPY going down. You have TLT, the long bonds, going up on a downtrend though. Yet we still don't know how the market will react. Would it be bad? Will it be okay? We'll see. Is this the bottom and it's just going to churn before going up again? We'll see. Okay, I think the bonds might have bottomed. We don't know. Because I don't think inflation is going to be a big problem. Okay, despite the war. Okay, so you have SPY here. You have the bonds sort of reacting, not exactly. Okay, what about tech, the leading sector, hovering at the highs, down today, but still hovering below the highs, I should say. Okay, but still not bearish. This is a consolidation at highs, if you will. Okay, but yet lagging. Look at the relationship, the correlation. Okay, this SPY is leading these other markets, and it has to do with the SMH. QQQ is down because of the SMH. That is holding. Will it form a higher low before going higher? That's what I think happens because my entire thesis is based on a retest here, getting people more bearish, even undercutting it, really putting in the bearish sentiment before going higher. Okay, we can even go down here and then still be bullish before going higher. Okay, so we have the markets that are suffering, but what is doing well? Okay, well, gold. When you have this kind of move, Gold had a rip yesterday and it's consolidating at highs. It's doing this flag formation. A flag is very good. Okay. Will it be forming another one? We don't know. If we have another massive green day on Friday, this is a very good doji sandwich. Okay. It's a very positive, bullish technical pattern. Okay. We don't know what's going to happen, but gold benefits from this yield curve control, mini yield curve control, quasi yield curve control, whatever you want to call it, precursor to yield curve control. And of course, silver is also benefiting. So you see now you have silver and gold up, market down. That's a big difference. Before they were correlated positively. Now they're starting to become negative correlated. So we're seeing a bifurcation happening in the gold and silver space versus the market. Okay, and we can see that if we do GLD divided by SPY, you can see GLD going higher as it was going to lower before. Now GLD gold versus the S&P 500 is up. Okay, that's what you want to see as a gold bull. Okay, so you have gold and silver up with SPY down, destroying the recent correlation of destroying the recent positive correlation, I should say. Okay, so with that, you also have, because gold is up, you also have the Dixie down. Remember, everybody was super bullish the dollar because they're going to hike rates. They're not hiking rates. Okay, not in this environment. So this was a false breakout, and look, the dollar back down within this chop zone. Okay, I think it continues to go lower as we go forward. So I don't want to be long this one. Okay, and the other weird thing, the other change in correlation is that oil now is bid, with gold still bid. Now they are positively correlated, not negatively correlated. I'm getting tongue twisting here. So you see the changes in correlation. You see you don't have to have oil go down for gold to go up anymore. Okay, it's acting on its own, and all because of the inflation expectations and what Besant is doing, and what the market expects or suspects he will do in the future. We could have the market going down or weak while gold and silver are up, and oil is hovering at highs. Okay, he really wants to talk the war down, because this is what's causing TLT and rates. Let's use the US 10-year as a proxy. You see rates back up again today. So the rates are not really buying it yet. So the 10-year is still at the highs. Okay, the real ending to this is, I don't know what other machinations they could do. They could like double down, triple, quadruple their bond purchases, their intervention in the market, or they could just stop the war. I don't know. Seems like an easy one. They probably won't stop the war, but if they don't, he's going to be in trouble in the midterms. Okay, but it doesn't matter. We just saw a shift in correlations where gold is bid. Interest rates are still fairly high on the 10-year, but you still have a control mechanism on the long bond, which is very, very strange to see. These are very, very new dynamics with oil up. It all depends on oil. They're all trying to find a workaround the war. Okay, will they do it? Will it be successful? Who knows? We'll have to see about that. Okay, and another thing that's benefiting that we had no idea of is Bitcoin. Bitcoin, massive bid. Yesterday we talked about it, but we didn't think it was still bearish. But now 2 days of massive gains. Okay, right up to the 73K level, which is very huge. It's a big level going back to 2024. We mentioned this before. Okay, so this is huge. Will it be resistance? Is this the end of the bull run for Bitcoin? Who knows? And you have our stocks like Mara catching bids on that. Okay, I'm still on a downtrend. Okay, and MicroStrategy, big, huge volume past 2 days. Okay, bang, bang, up, still on a downtrend. Okay, I don't recall what price Michael Saylor, the average price of MicroStrategy's Bitcoin stash is, but it must be around these levels, 75, 79K, something like that. So Bitcoin is approaching these levels where if it goes over 80 here, if it breaks this kind of neckline here, 82, Michael Saylor and MicroStrategy are actually profitable on their Bitcoin now. Okay, so very, very strange move on the Bitcoin, because now it's acting like gold. It thinks that yield curve control is good for Bitcoin. Could be, we don't know, because it's very strange to see Bitcoin and the market negatively correlated in the short term, that is. Okay, so you have all these correlations in the markets really, really throwing a wrench in the soup that is the market participants' expectations of how things, quote unquote, should be. Okay, so we saw that you have gold and oil going up, gold and Bitcoin going up, but gold and Bitcoin going up, and gold and Bitcoin negatively correlated to the market, whereas before it was positive. So very, very strange phenomena to see. We are positioned in gold. We have positions in Mara. We'll see what happens. We'll see how this plays out. It's very, very strange to see this, but the key is when we see a divergence in the gold and SPY space. I think that is more important than anything else. That is the strongest switch that I see in this game. Okay, so that's it. This is what I see. Market correlations, they are shifting. Position yourself in the sectors that will most likely win going forward. Okay, so before we go, I'd like to talk about, we didn't have time yesterday to talk about the earnings trades that we took, so let's do it today. We took a trade on Wolf. Okay, we did an earnings trade on Wolf. They had earnings. They did better than expected, but still negative. But the stock is down. Okay, the stock is down. It closed at 26.35. It's trading at 26.14 from the 29 level. Okay, so what did we do on Wolf? We mentioned it a couple of days ago. We did this. We did a put spread. Okay, a put calendar, we call it. Okay, it doesn't matter whether it's puts or calls. It comes out to the same payout structure. Okay, so we did it when it was trading around 26 level, whatever. No, we did it when it was trading way before that. Okay, I think we did it 2 days ago when it was here around the 30 level. Okay, because we did it at the market. Okay, so when it was around this level, we entered this trade. The max loss is 60 cents per spread or contract, let's say. And right now, as you can see, this dotted line, Wolf is trading around the 26.5 level, 26.40 up here. You can see it. So this is perfect. Our calendar spread is still in the money. Maybe we won't. It has to go down to $21 for us to lose 60. I don't know if that's going to happen. We'll get rid of it on Friday because it expires on Friday. Okay. So far so good. It's not perfect, but we'll have to see by tomorrow how it develops. So far so good. We also did a trade on Baba. Okay, we didn't get a chance to talk about it yesterday. We bought a call calendar. As you can see, it opened lower and then made up the entire gain. Okay, and as you can see, it didn't do so well. Flat on the revenue and a drop on the net income on the EPS, and we were leaning bearish. I thought we were going to be bearish, but the IV was so high that it behooved us to do this spread, the 129 calendar call spread. Okay, we sold the 129 call and we bought expiring tomorrow, and we bought the 129 call expiring next Friday. Okay, and this is the payout structure. Currently, it's trading at about 130. So per contract, we're up about $155 on it so far. Okay, actually, we're not. This is the payout at expiry. But if you look right now, we're up only $80. Okay, that's why I'm holding it, because it is the same as if the stock. If you look at this, dotted line that's at expiry, we're at the same level as if the stock were to go, let's say, to 133 tomorrow. So, I'm taking that chance. I'm going to wait till it expires because, look, as time goes by, you get to realize the full potential if it ever goes there. And I intend to close this the last hour. This is at 3 o'clock. I tend to close it around between 3 and 3:45, okay, like around there. Okay? 3 to 3, between 3 and 4, let's say, of tomorrow on Friday. Okay, let's see what happens. We don't know. So those are our two earnings trades. So far, they're okay. Baba doing better than Wolf. Wolf is still profitable. Let's see how they close tomorrow. We have no idea. Okay, so let's reiterate. SPY. Okay, the correlations of markets have shifted. They're like sand. They keep shifting. Okay, we see gold still bid, still doing well. Silver caught up from yesterday. Yesterday's move was good. Up more today than gold was. Okay, we have Bitcoin too. We're looking at the winners first. Huge winning. Boom, boom, 2 days up big. Today it's up another 5%. So you have the Maras, the the MicroStrategies, all those kind of like Bitcoin mining stocks going up. Okay, and yes, Mara, we know it's a Bitcoin mining stock. It has Bitcoin, but it's transforming into an AI infrastructure play as well. Okay, so we have that. We know that the dollar now is a big loser. Boom, down from the false breakout. Boom, into the mix, into this chop zone that it's been in forever. Okay, we also have the SPY going down. We saw that. We have QQQ also going down. Markets are going down. SMH, the leading guys are doing better today, up today. Okay, so you have this kind of like hoping to see a higher low before it goes up. That would be very good for the market. Okay, and of course we saw our earnings trades doing well. So that's it for today, guys. Let's see tomorrow. And remember, I forgot to even mention it, that tomorrow is options expiry, monthly options expiry. Okay, let's see how that is. Usually they pin it. I hope we retest here. I'll be buying something. Okay, so that's it, guys. Let's see what happens tomorrow. Later.